Hi Gemini, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Geminians, it's a very interesting month. We have Uranus that is in opposition to Jupiter, and then we have the most watched out event, Venus, that is going retrograde till about 15th of April. Now we have Uranus that is there in your house of groups of people, with people whom you relate, have similar goals, similar likes. And we have Jupiter that is there in 5th house, and Uranus is in opposition to that. Now this entire opposition, this entire tug of war between both the planets is about freedom. It's a time wherein that you are not happy being confined, or whether it is about certain ideals to subscribe to, whether it is groups of people whom you are no longer very happy being associated with, or ideals that are subscribed to. And this is a time where you're looking for quite an eclectic bunch. You're drawn to people who are different, who are unique, who are original. People or even they can be entrepreneurs, startups, and even work like this could be, you could find it quite exciting. You're not very happy sort of conforming yourself to the traditional or to things that are quite the norm. And during this entire tug of war, Jupiter, is of course all about expansiveness, and it's about broadening anything, and it just brings about whether it is happiness, whether it is accentuating a specific a specific detail about a planet. And for you, because it is there, it's all about love, romance, children, and creativity. And Jupiter seems to be sort of encouraging you to say, that look at the brighter, broader picture as well, Geminians. Try not to confine yourself to the done thing, or what people have been doing so far. Or it can almost be you're being encouraged to sort of not to go back to your job and do something creative. Be a little bit brave. Do things. I have Venus that is going retrograde, and Venus is retrograde again in your house of groups of friends, and it's retrograde till about 15th of April, and it speaks about a time wherein people could come from your past, and whether it is to heal or get healed. And because Venus also rules money, this is a time where there could be some shift in finances. You could be looking at money quite carefully, and you could almost be balancing your books as well during this time. Now the interesting thing is that Venus being retrograde over here, Uranus being present over here, and the entire tug of war that seems to be happening, it's indicating that collaborations, though may seem quite eclectic, they may seem quite unique, could prove to be quite beneficial. So try not to sort of marry yourself to one thing. Try and do multiple things. Try and explore, experiment a bit, Geminians. Try not to operate out of the things that you have consistently maybe done for years. And that could be the same thing that could be just rotting for you right now, and that could be causing a lot of restlessness inside you. So try to, and of course you have to be careful with Uranus being over there, because he's the wild boy of astrology, and he can bring about a lot of chaos and a lot of unpredictability. So don't just sort of throw things up and say that it's like throwing the baby with the bath water, but try and take little calculated risks, but try and for sure experiment and explore and go beyond your comfort zone. We have Mars that is moving to your house of behind the scenes and spirituality as well, and there seems to be a lot of restlessness, as in wanting to associate with things that at a higher level that you connect to. This is also a time where it's good to sort of look at your patterns in the past. Maybe they're psychological, you're extremely conditioned to a way of thinking or a way of looking at things. Maybe it's a time to be re-looking at them as well. And this is also a time, it's almost a karmic time. If you have been good to people, it will sort of come back to you. So during this phase as well, be careful about how you're treating people, how you're being with people, maybe through whom you have nothing to gain, but how it is that you are genuinely behaving from inside. We have a full moon that is there in your house of home, and this is there around midweek, and this is a time wherein maybe a decision regarding home comes to an end. There's a closure of, maybe you're trying to sell a house, you're trying to redo a house, lease out a house, and there is more clarity that you have a sense of, okay, what is it and where it is that you need to be going with this over there. And it is a time also where you'll find that you're spending a lot of time at home. It's almost like, retreating and recharging your emotional batteries. On the 14th, we have Mercury that moves into your house of groups of people, with whom you relate with, have similar life goals, career goals, and you can expect a lot of conversation. You could be networking furiously, you could be reaching out to people who are either from the same industry as you, or maybe they're, like I said, they're entrepreneurs, people who want to do similar work as you do, and they could be, you could actually get together and you could make a group, and you could try and do something together. On the 21st, we have Sun that is moving into your house of again groups of friends and with people who share similar goals. And on the 28th, we have a new moon over there as well. So a lot of focus on independence, a lot of focus on wanting to do things your way and not wanting to toe the line necessarily. And it's while of course there is a lot of focus is there on independence of thought and of action, but you would want to sort of collaborate. There is a lot of keenness and want to associate with other people, into whether it is forming companies, whether it is group of friends get together and start something new or start a new initiative. So there is going to be a lot of focus on startups, on collaboration. Do keep in mind that try and not to let too much of emotional drama get into the way of this Geminians. And why I'm saying this, because there is a new moon and it can cause some amount of, maybe you having to convince someone a lot about your decision. So try and take a balanced view and do sort of a pro and a con exercise before you really sort of go ahead with what it is. It's a great time that to be associated with a charity, maybe with an animal shelter, to contribute, to do your bit. And it is because, again, I'm going to bring up Uranus. He's there the entire year. It speaks about unconventionality. It speaks about originality. Keep your eyes and ears open, Geminian. This month especially, so you could sort of come across something which is really exciting, really different, and it could be worth exploring. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Geminians. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.